Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Authorities are now calling the suspicious death of a northwestern Minnesota man a murder. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. The medical examiner has ruled that 64-year-old Ronald Foss died of homicidal violence. Foss's body was found by his DigiKey co-workers earlier this week in his rural Viking, Minnesota home. That's about 18 miles northwest of Thief River Falls. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson has the latest on the continuing hunt for a murder suspect.
The driveway into Ronald Foss's home just outside of Viking, where he lived as a bachelor, remains closed. Authorities say Foss died of homicidal violence, but they are not releasing any details regarding his murder at this stage of their investigation.
You've said there were chairs knocked over and blood at the scene inside the house. Did it appear there was a fight?
At this time, I can't say that it was a fight. I don't know for sure. We should know more information in the near future here, though.
Did you guys recover any type of weapon, including a club or anything like that?
Not that I am aware of, no.
Authorities are still searching for Foss's pickup, a 1998 Chevy extended cab similar to this one, that was stolen from his yard. Minnesota plates 742 HLK.
The sheriff says a big key to this case is finding that missing pickup and the person or persons who were driving it.
No leads as of yet. Still out looking for it. We've got multiple agencies out looking.
Another big unknown in this case appears to be motivation. Why would anyone want to kill him? Foss lived just outside of Viking, population 100. Folks in town say he was a quiet, friendly guy they barely ever saw, except for picking up his mail at the post office.
But he never came into town much or did anything?
No.
Okay. Never hung around the cafe or?
You know, I told that he had been in here, but I didn't know it was him, so I never talked to him.
So, like I said, the guy that we've talked to, other people that are around that have known him, neighbors and things, have just said he's kind of a quiet guy and kind of kept to himself. So at this point, not this early in the investigation yet, we have anything.
And while this investigation has now turned into a search for a killer, authorities say they don't believe the suspect or suspects are a danger to the general population. From Viking, Minnesota, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Well, if you have any information about this case or the whereabouts of the missing pickup truck, you're asked to contact police immediately. A Becker County man is behind bars, arrested for domestic violence. What we know right now is the sheriff's office was called to a domestic assault at a home just before noon yesterday. The caller said the attack happened earlier that morning and reportedly involved a firearm. Well, the sheriff's office then got an arrest and search warrant and went to the home. They went and arrested 28-year-old Ryan Dogret, who gave himself up without incident. Authorities found multiple firearms at the home. Well, coming up on Valley News Live at 6, one of our viewers blew the whistle on a local car dealer after they towed his pickup. Our Valley News team confronts the dealer and finds out who's the rightful owner. And if you have a problem in your community, just give us a call. Call 701-237-6576 and leave your tip with us. Well, we have had a pretty cloudy, dreary day in the Valley today. Let's see if it's going to clear up at all tonight. So, Hutch, what's going on in the forecast?
Well, we don't have anything too difficult weather-wise to deal with as we head through our Thursday evening. We have a few showers showing up on the radar and still some clouds. But by and large, temperatures are mild for this time of the year. Average highs are in the upper 30s. That's what it is in Valley City. 46 in Fargo this hour. Showers are moving off to the east. Satellite shows there's actually a little bit of clearing up by Langdon and out to the west that we will enjoy overnight. Speaking of enjoying stuff, Stephanie, do you enjoy spring?
Yes, and summer.
Yes, well, the actual beginning of spring called the equinox. Starts tomorrow, 5:45.
All right.
Be there or be square. It's going to be, well, maybe nice. Here's your planner for Fargo. As we go through the evening, it looks like temperatures will be quite pleasant and in the 40s with a little bit of a breeze, and I think the clouds decrease as well.
Not too bad.
Right. We got a couple hitches in the giddy-up in the forecast, including a chance for some snow on the first day of spring for some of us.
Awesome.
So I'll have details on that in a moment.
Not very spring-like, but we'll take it.
All right.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Well, our community is growing around train tracks. The Minnesota Department of Transportation released an estimate on how many people live near rail routes that carry crude oil from North Dakota. It's more than 326,000 people who live within 1/2 mile of the tracks. Now, a half mile is considered the evacuation zone if a train derails and an evacuation becomes necessary. And 5 to 7 trains of crude oil pass through the state every day. Each of those trains are carrying about 3.3 million gallons of oil. Well, Target says it will pay out $10 million to victims of its data breach back in 2013, settling a class action lawsuit. Each victim will be eligible for up to $10,000. Victims must be able to state that they've experienced at least one of the following: unauthorized, unreimbursed charges on their credit or debit card, time spent addressing those charges, fees to hire someone to correct their credit report, higher interest rates or fees on their accounts, credit-related costs, or costs to replace their identification, social security number, or phone number. Terms of the settlement were agreed upon on March 9th, but must still be approved by a federal judge. As many as 70 million customers had their personal information hacked in that breach. Another 40 million may have also had credit or debit card information stolen. Valley News Live is your station for everything Bison. So as we follow the team on the road to the NCAA basketball tournament for the second year in a row, you got to keep it here. They're playing Gonzaga in Seattle tomorrow night. We're sending our all-star Valley News Live team to cover the Bison for you. We'll have reports from Beth Houle, Nicole Johnson, and in case you missed it, our special Farmers Union Insurance Bison basketball tournament pregame show is replaying tomorrow from 7 to 8:30 p.m. That's going to be on MeTV. As this year's Boston Marathon approaches, a new tradition is starting in the city. From now on, April 15th is going to be forever known as One Boston Day. Mayor Marty Walsh announced the creation of One Boston Day today. The mayor said it's an opportunity to recognize good in the community and to honor the resiliency that the city displayed following the 2013 bombings. On that day, the mayor will raise banners to honor the victims and the survivors of the 2013 bombings. 3 people were killed, more than 260 others are injured and were injured when 2 bombs exploded at the finish line of the marathon on April 15th of 2013. Joe Karzarniev, currently he is on trial for a role in these attacks. Some students are getting real-world experience before they've even graduated high school. It's not your ordinary classroom, but it's a new effective way of learning through hands-on experience. Today is the official opening of The Nest, Davies High School student-run cafe. It's run by upperclassmen in family and consumer science restaurant skills courses. They have drafted business plans, created weekly menus, ordered supplies, and prepared the food.
Or like a nursing class or anything, you kind of just go through textbook wise. Well, this is where you actually make the food and you present it to everyone out in the open. So.
The Nest will operate from 10:40 to 1 p.m. every Thursday and Friday during lunchtime now through May 21st. The cafe will take online orders beginning next week. To view this week's menu, we have a link for you on valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button. A showcase of local skaters and a nationally recognized and ranked pair are going to be taking part in the annual Moorhead Ice Show this weekend. The show features a variety of performances from young to old skaters. It will display routines to music at the Moorhead Sports Arena and Center. 5-time international medalists Tara Kane and Danny O'Shea, they'll also perform. The theme this year is Ready to Rock, and we'll have music from the 50s to now, which skaters think their families will love.
So it'd be fun for like grandparents because they'll know the songs, and then all the little kids will know the songs that just came out because we're skating to like all different ones.
Now there are 3 chances to catch the show: Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m., and then Sunday it's at 1 p.m. Tickets are $5 for kids, $7 for adults. Still ahead tonight, a recall of yarn, how children can get hurt if they're using a certain brand.
And we'll have details on your forecast after a quiet but cloudy day here in the valley. Spring begins with a bang, and I'll have details on some snow for some of you coming up right after this.